If you're okay, hey sir, if you're recording, I'm going to ask you to stop recording.
It's not going to do that.
Okay.
They don't want you here in
They don't want
general.
They don't want me here in general. Why?
They want you trespassing. They have a permit. They were
Detained.
Yes.
I'm detained for recording in a public park.
Let that sink in, folks. Detained for recording in a public park.
I'm detained.
You have an ID?
So under threat of arrest, do I need to supply my ID?
Yes, I'm asking you for identification.
No, I'm not asking. You need to demand.
What I want to inform you is you're no longer detained. You're not breaking the law. Have a nice day.
So can I continue to record in the...
Police Finnegan closes in. You are being detained. The auditor fires back. Detained for recording in a public park? Let that sink in, folks. A stroll through the farmer's market nearly turned into a jail cell. Carson City deputies demanded ID unlawfully, facing a civil rights lawsuit that could cost taxpayers tens of thousands. In Nevada, police have no immunity if they knowingly trample on the Constitution. In the deputies' minds, they were simply helping a permitted business, but through the lens of the law, they were acting as private security, trampling on free speech. The tension was visible on the deputy's face as he struggled to name a single broken law, while the auditor calmly recited case law from memory. Can a private business permit erase the Constitution in a public park? Who truly holds the power when the police don't know the law? If you don't stand up, your rights will vanish. Subscribe to the ID Refusal channel to join us in defending justice and your civil liberties.
Carson Farmers Market. Set up a camera. We're going to not interact with anybody unless they interact with us, and see what kind of reaction we get. Hopefully we will be left alone and everybody will honor the Constitution of the United States in a traditional public forum that is a public park. Anyways, let's see what happens. I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, do all that other good stuff. Keep me going. I'm going to be bringing out a lot more videos here in the near future. Thank you much.
Hi.
Hi there.
I'm just checking in with your
Reported.
They just brought us. Let's see. Okay. I guess how long do you plan on doing it for?
As long as I want.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask if you're okay, hey sir. If you're recording, I'm gonna ask you to stop recording.
Not going to do that.
Okay. I will call the sheriff.
Okay, call the sheriff. Tell him I'm waiting for him.
Every time I see videos like this, I can't stop thinking about the song from Primus, Here Come the Bastards. Everybody wants...
Amidst the bustle of the Carson City market, an invisible line is drawn by the command, "Stop recording." Police threaten the sheriff over a mere camera. Under the First Amendment, you have the right to gather news in public spaces. Look at Lozada v. City of Las Vegas, a major Nevada case, where the court affirmed that filming police is an indisputable constitutional right. I'm going to ask you to stop, an unlawful order when no crime is present. Fear of the lens often stems from a lack of legal knowledge by those sworn to uphold it.
It's a snitch and call the cops, and here they come.
I haven't,
Greetings, how are you?
so they don't want you recording inside of here.
The public space?
well, they don't want you here in
They don't want-
general.
They don't want me here in general. Why?
They want you trespassing. They have a permit. They were approved by
Okay, so-
stay here. They have the right to refuse business to anybody, so they want you trespassing.
Okay, so I would advise you to go get a supervisor.
I'm not gonna do that.
He's not available.
Are you going to trespass me? Because let me tell you what will happen is I've already got lawsuits against Bueno,
That's good.
et cetera, et cetera.
You're not gonna trespass you. I can show you where you can stand.
So this is, you can be anywhere out here. You just can't be in this yellow area, okay?
Okay.
Because-
Can I reach in my pocket? I got no guns. I just got a lot of cameras.
Sure.
So I want you, before you do this, because I don't want to have more lawsuits. And I don't want to see what's your name
Finnegan.
and what's your number?
Huh?
What's your number?
809.
So Finnegan and
809.
809. And what's your name?
Montana's 801.
Okay. So I don't want more lawsuits. I just want to say that.
That's fine.
So I don't want you to trespass me. If you do, I will file a lawsuit against both of you individually. There is no qualified immunity in the state of Nevada.
Okay.
Are you going to trespass me? But I would urge you to go look at some case law first. I'll give you the case law. It's in my pocket. I can pull it up if
We
you
don't
want.
need it. We just need you to leave the farmer's market area. We showed you where you can stand outside the
Okay, is that under threat of arrest?
That's like I'm not gonna arrest you.
So you're going to give me a citation?
Maybe we're taking convenience.
I want a citation. That might be interesting.
I like how this guy's telling the cops he's ready to take an arrest or a citation. Let me tell you guys something about cops. They're like dogs. If you show fear, they will bite your ass. If you show them that you're not afraid, a lot of times they tuck tail and cower away.
It's your decision, man.
Yeah, I know.
So if you don't, all you have to do is walk out. It's super simple. They don't want you here. They have the right to refuse service to anybody. That's
Okay,
technically
who's the person that authorized that? What's the person's name?
Her name is Brianna. She's the manager from the park.
Brianna, what?
I don't have her last name.
Okay, but I need her name for the lawsuit, is what I'm saying.
I mean, it's in the front court documents.
So it's all public record because the city of Carson approved the permit to be here.
Right, but did that permit exclude media and the press and the First Amendment?
They have the right to refuse service to anybody.
Well, I'm not requiring any service. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm standing here silently with my camera, and that's all that I'm doing is standing here silently gathering information to publish.
Okay,
So right now you're walking on the First Amendment, and have you read Article 1, Section 9 of the Nevada Constitution? What does that say?
So are you gonna leave?
Well, I'm going to leave under threat of arrest. So you threatened to arrest me, and I will leave, yes.
Under the shade of a market stall, the trespass debate ignites. Police mistakenly believe a business permit turns a park into private property. Case law like Marsh v. Alabama and V. Reed v. Lawrence clarifies, even during events, a park remains a traditional public forum. Police cannot use trespass laws to evict someone just because they dislike being filmed. They have the right to refuse service, true, but they don't have the right to refuse your presence on public land. Liberty should never bow down to a business permit.
Absolutely, 100%.
Citation. You understand? I'm getting a citation, man.
The look on this cop's face says it all. And check her out over there on the radio, making a call. They don't know what to do. This guy is willing to take an arrest, like I said. Outstanding.
And you're not willing to call a supervisor?
So I don't. He's busy. He's doing supervisor things. Oh, he's here.
Oh, is he? Cool. And I can get one more person wrapped up in this. I just want him to confirm it. I don't want to sue anybody, I'm telling you that. I got enough of them. You know, Bueno's hotboxed anybody recently?
I don't know, man.
You know?
No.
Did he remove the covers in his vents from the air conditioner?
I have no idea.
Okay, I just want, you guys have those covers in your vents too?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, no, he's got covers in his vents, so when he arrests people, he's
Why are you so? You're so fixated on him when we're dealing with this.
I'm just asking questions, that's what I do.
I have no idea. I'm definitely Bueno, so I don't know.
Okay,
I've never been in this patrol car, so I don't know.
okay.
If that's what you're talking about, is patrol car. This,
I'm just asking questions.
I have
Okay.
no
So are
idea.
you gonna leave?
Under threat of arrest, but you threatened a citation, right?
Nobody's gonna arrest you.
One of my car
Well,
patrol
well, if,
We have to go to our patrol cars to issue a citation. Do you have ID?
what's the suspicion of a crime?
Trespassing.
trespassing.
Okay, so unless I leave, you'll give me a citation or arrest me, yes?
I'll give you a citation. Yeah. I'm not arresting you. I'm giving you a citation.
Okay, I think that gives me good enough. You're sure you want to do that?
Dude, you are not wanting to be here.
I don't care if they don't want me. The Constitution is what protects me, and what you're saying is the Constitution doesn't matter in Carson City.
They were authorized by the city to be here, so whatever area that they authorize to meet them in, they have the right to refuse business to somebody.
I'm not
So if they
I'm not
don't want
requiring
you
business.
here-
I'm just accessing a public space with the public and public
Okay, but
property.
they have a permit to be here.
Okay.
And if they don't want you here, you need to leave.
Okay, and I'm going to leave in just a second under this threat. I just want to be clear. This is a public park, and it's a traditional public forum. So you know
Well,
you're.
this is a public park, but they have a permit.
This is a public park, so you're closing off a
area.
public park to the public
They have a-
because they don't like certain aspects of the public.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's
so you're nodding your head, they don't like certain aspects of the
That's
public.
an area if you want to go it, that's fine.
I'm just asking the question, so you want to escort me out there?
And I gotta be honest with you guys. I go to the farmers markets all the time, and I didn't even know that they can't kick you out. I just watched a video on John Felix's channel about some girl. I think he called her a celebrity, but I don't even know who the hell she is. But they tried to kick her out of the farmer's market, and she stood her ground like a fucking boss. This is why these types of videos are important, folks. Cops will just do what the caller says sometimes. If we just give in and we don't stand up for our rights, imagine what will become of this country.
Let's go.
There you
Okay, cool. And I need the name of the gal.
Yeah, you can get that from the city office.
Well, I've done public records before, and they don't ever give them out.
Oh, you can get it from the city office.
So the farmer's market just earned a lawsuit along with you guys.
What?
You guys just earned a lawsuit, and the farmer's market just earned a lawsuit. I mean, you guys know what I do. You know who I am.
Okay.
And all I'm about is the Constitution, and you guys are against the Constitution, right?
That's the narrative you want to go with.
Well, if you're violating the Constitution by saying, how come this man can record in the public market because he's been recording, but I can't record in the public market?
Here, keep walking.
I'm just asking a question.
Walking.
Why can he
Keep
record
walking.
in the public market,
Keep
but I
walking.
can't record in the public market?
Keep walking.
So you're saying that I can't have constitutional rights, but he gets constitutional rights?
Just keep walking.
I am walking. Have I stopped walking?
You did just stop walking back there.
And I asked a question, right?
Okay, so let's keep walking to my car.
To your car. Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. He had some kind of a,
So are you going to issue a citation?
What's that?
Are you going to issue a citation?
Are you willing to leave?
I'm leaving right now, aren't I?
So, okay. So if you come back here,
So,
then you'll be arrested,
oh,
okay?
good. Look who's here.
Okay, let's go out to my car, okay?
No, I want to talk to Gomez.
No, we're
No,
gonna go out to my
Sergeant Gomez, let's talk.
Hey, let's go.
because this is going to institute a lawsuit.
I do, yeah.
Sergeant
You wanna go
Gomez, does the First Amendment apply in the public park? And do you get to buy the public park? There's lots of case law. I don't want to sue you guys anymore, so please don't violate my rights. I think you and I have always been pretty good, sir. There's lots of case law. If you'd like to give me case law, I've looked it all up.
Okay. Stand by with him. We're now entering investigation. He's not free.
Okay, so I'm detained.
Yes.
I'm detained for recording in a public park.
Let that sink in, folks. Detained for recording in a public park. What I don't understand is why are they giving these cops a gun and a badge and some chevrons when they don't even know what the people's rights are? What kind of dangerous world do we live in where we not only have to worry about the damn criminals, but we got to worry about the cops as well?
It's trespassing.
Well, no, I was willing to leave, so unless I don't leave, that's the only time I'm trespassed. And like I said, I left, and I came along.
We're still here.
But you told me I can't leave now. So simply for recording in a public market, I'm trespassed,
Do you have an ID?
then detained.
Do you have an ID?
So under threat of arrest, do I need to supply my ID?
Yes, I'm asking you for identity.
No, not asking. You need to demand under threat of arrest because there's case law, and the law says that if I've committed a crime or you've got suspicion that I've committed a crime,
Okay.
I've got to give you ID. If there is no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime in Nevada, I don't have to give you ID. That man agrees.
Here, let's scoot this way so we're not in the middle of the walkway.
So under threat of arrest, I'll give you my ID, but only under threat of arrest.
That's okay.
It's fine.
You don't have
It's
to
good.
cry.
Okay, so that's a Fourth Amendment violation. So does the Fourth Amendment exist in Nevada? Why don't you guys go enforce crimes instead of people
We're
recording in
trying,
public?
but we're here.
That's exactly what I mean.
Right.
You see the stupidity of this? A man with a camera and a
At the parking lot, the air turns suffocating as the deputy declares you are not free. This is unlawful detention. Per Nevada law, NRS 171.123 and the SCOTUS case Hiibel versus Nevada, you only provide ID if there is reasonable suspicion of a specific crime. Filming is not a crime. Do you have an ID? You're detained? A blatant moment of overreach. The officer is using authority to intimidate rather than serve justice.
Public park, recording a public farmer's market.
That's what the manager wants, and she called us to come do that for her. That's what we have to do.
No, you don't. You have to enforce the law and uphold the Constitution.
We are
Enforcing the law is part of telling people are trespassing.
What gives her the right? Because the case law says she doesn't have the right.
She is running this establishment.
Okay, so she's going to get sued. I don't want to sue anybody.
If that's what you want to do.
No, because then I got to wrap you guys up into it. I don't want to wrap you guys up into it. I just want good law enforcement.
We're just doing our job.
No, you're not doing your job. You're violating my constitutional rights to record in public. You're detaining.
You can record.
You're
You just can't be on the
you're
public.
unlawfully.
I never said you can't
You're
record.
Well, no, I can't record in a public space. Or the
You can record in a public space.
That's a public
If
space.
You go stand off of where they're provided to with their permit. You can record.
Is this a public park? Is all of this land a public park?
I'll go ask her.
It's funny that these idiot cops can't even answer these questions, and they're not even tough questions. These are questions that stand with the Constitution. And I hate to be mean and call them idiots, but that's exactly what they are. They are liars, feelings enforcers. They absolutely do not care to even learn what the Constitution is. What does that say about them? They're fucking lazy too.
Is all of this land a public park?
So they have a business going on right here.
No. Is this a public park?
Can you stand over there? I don't want you in the middle of the walkway.
I just want to know, is this a public park?
So this is a public park.
So this is a public park.
They have a permit to have the farmer's market.
Yes,
and they can refuse service to whoever they want.
And I haven't requested service from any of their vendors.
You being here is asking for a service.
No, it's not. I'm exercising my access to a public forum, just like the steps to City Hall, the steps to the governor's mansion, the steps to all of this state property, government-owned property, and you're trespassing it from me. Just like when I got arrested for walking down a public road by Bueno. Do you guys want to keep going down this road?
I don't know what road you're talking about.
Trespassing people for exercising their media press rights. Can you recite Article 1, Section 9 of the Nevada Constitution?
Cool.
You can't recite it? You don't know what it is?
We're not doing that.
Do you know the 5 prongs of the First Amendment?
We're not doing that.
We're not. You don't know so you don't know.
We're investigating a crime. That has nothing.
What crime?
Trespass.
Record. No, you trespassed me. That means I have to leave. And when you did, I walked.
So
and
no,
I was continuing to
we
walk.
gave you ample opportunity to leave in there, and you did not leave.
Yeah, I asked questions and I left under threat of arrest and a citation.
You did not leave.
That's the argument, is I did not leave.
Correct.
So the argument is you trespassed me from a public space simply for recording to document to disseminate to the public. And if you guys want to cuff me up, I'm not going to resist. But you're detaining me for recording in a public space.
You're trespassing.
In a public park.
Okay, so I don't know how many times I need to explain this. So you are in a public park, correct? But this is an establishment that is offering business services. The business does not want you here.
So
the person who is in charge of all this does not want you here. And it sounds like you were confrontational with them when they asked you to leave. So that's why we were called. You have all that on recording, right?
What did they say that I said?
I don't know.
You said that I'm confrontational.
She stated that you were confrontational with her.
Who approached who? Did I approach her or did she approach me?
I wasn't here. I have no idea.
But you're saying I was confrontational.
That's what she stated to dispatch.
And I'm denying that. So now investigate it.
That's what we're doing.
So if I didn't approach anybody, was I confrontational with anybody?
I wasn't here.
Well, what did you see when you walked in?
You were standing there.
Okay, was I approaching anybody?
That's not the point.
No, you said I was confrontational. Was I approaching anybody or involving a discourse with anybody?
Sorry.
That's not the point. She called at the time stating you were confrontational.
How was I confrontational?
I was not here.
I understand you weren't, but you're detaining me. You're trespassing me. You're violating my constitutional rights under the color of law. So why are you doing that? Because somebody simply said that I was confrontational?
And they don't want you here.
And they don't want me here. Why don't they want me here?
Because they have the right to refuse
Why don't
service.
Okay, in a public space, in a public park.
You can go to the public park where there.
No, I can't. Right now I'm detained. Right now I'm detained. I can't.
But we explained to you.
And did I walk
you
out?
What?
And did I walk out?
No.
I didn't
No.
walk, so I wasn't willingly walking out with you.
Not unless we told you what you say.
Under threat of arrest, you're right.
Okay.
Because I need to
Because
stand in
the
court.
only reason you left is because you were going to get a citation.
Yes.
And you were going to get
Yes.
a citation at my car.
Yes, I'm good to go to get a citation. I'm very good to go to get a citation for recording in public.
You're not
It's
recording.
for recording. It's not
Nobody
for
cares that
recording
you're
in public.
recording. They don't
Well, then
want
why
you
do they
here.
care that I'm here?
They don't want you here.
When my only action is standing there quietly, confronting nobody, saying nothing, talking about
We
nothing.
weren't here. They just called us and wanted you trespassed. That's what she told us.
I understand. So now you have to investigate this. But what did you
I don't
observe?
have to ask. We don't
What
have
did
to
you
ask her.
observe
She
when you
doesn't
walked
want
in?
Here. You have to leave.
So she controls the public park.
She controls the pavilion that she has a permit for, that she was authorized to be here for the farmers
Open
market.
to the public. There's lots of case law about this. Fordyce versus Seattle. Have you
So
read it?
Starbucks is open to the public too. And if they don't want you there, then they can trespass you.
Do you understand the difference between a public park and a private business?
Okay, so this is technically a private business because they got a permit and they
No.
are establishing services here.
Have you read
and
the
they
city-
don't want you here. That's
you-
the end of the story. They don't want you here.
They don't want me in the public park recording.
Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. What this genius deputy is saying is that any rich asshole can just go around, get permits from the city, block off certain areas of town, and ban whoever they'd like, whenever they'd like. Can someone in the comment section please help me make sense of this?
They don't want
No,
you
they
here.
don't want you
care
here.
That, she even said that to me just now. She's like, I don't care that he's recording, but I don't want him just posted up, making people uncomfortable, and I don't want him here, so I want him trespassed. And I said, okay, she can have you trespass.
So feelings matter over the Constitution? Feelings matter over the Constitution.
I'm not saying it's her feelings.
So
she just doesn't want you.
I can't stand next to a garbage can in a wide open space, not
Where
interfering.
she's accessing or she's doing business and she doesn't want you here? No. But if you go 300 feet that way and record whatever you want, you can do that.
Well, that's not where the public
I'm not
are in
saying
a
you
public
can't
forum.
record.
No, but you're restricting me in a public forum. A traditional public forum, as the Supreme Court has ruled. So right now we're stomping all over the Constitution because you're saying that I, as a member of media, cannot have access to this to record because they don't want me to record. They don't want me
She
there.
didn't say that.
Well, no, she doesn't want me there, just standing there with my camera. That's all that I'm doing, is standing there with a camera.
Okay. And that's what we came here to tell you. She doesn't want you here. And said
To stand there with a camera.
You've been trespassed and you can't go back into the business. So you can
Well, I'm not going to go back because it's under threat of arrest and given a citation, and I've got standing now. So you guys gave me standing, and I'm just arguing with you because I don't want this to happen. If you guys make this happen, then I've got to take other actions, and then we're going to have a long years relationship, and I'm sure you guys don't want to have that. So let's not do that. So please uphold my constitutional rights and allow me to exist in a traditional public forum in a public park that's open to the public. There are no tickets. There are no restrictions on people that can enter. So you're saying if I was in a wheelchair and they didn't like me sitting in a wheelchair in the middle of that row, just sitting there resting, that they could trespass me for being in a wheelchair?
not for being in a wheelchair. If she just doesn't want you in her business, she doesn't want you in her business.
Well, but the only difference between
I don't
me
think-
and a wheelchair is I have a camera.
Okay.
What I find funny about this video is how many different ways he keeps telling them that he has the right to be there, and it's not registering to them. It's like if they're running around a bush nonstop.
So
She doesn't
what-
care about
The
your
camera
camera.
is besides the point.
So she just doesn't want people standing there. So why did the people get to stand in front of her pavilion taking pictures, just standing there for minutes on end, and they're okay, but I'm not? What's the difference?
I don't know. We're just here to help her trespass you.
I understand
don't know
you're
how
here to
she
help
feels
her
or what she
trespass
wants.
me, so her rights are over the Constitution. Is that what you're saying?
No, she just said, I'm just saying that she doesn't want you here in her business and she wants you trespassed. That's it. She doesn't care that you, she said that. She's like, I don't care that he's recording. If he wants to walk around and record.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you because here I'm going to give you some information. Well,
Right.
let me phrase it in the form of a question. That's probably better. So if somebody approaches somebody that's standing there saying nothing, doing nothing, and they say stop recording, and then they say I'm going to go call the police,
Okay.
would you agree that they're doing this because you're recording? You're simply recording in a public space and they call the police.
I mean, just look at these cops. She's not even paying attention to what he's saying.
I'm sorry, I
So,
lost you.
if somebody from the public market approaches a man standing there with a camera, saying nothing, doing nothing, other than standing there quietly, and says, you need to stop recording,
So you're in it.
would you agree that they might have lied to you by saying that it's not about me recording when they already ordered me to stop recording?
They may have, they may not. I don't know.
I'm not saying they did or didn't. I'm just saying
Neither
the
am I.
camera knows what they did.
Okay.
Because did you guys hear last, were you guys here last Saturday too?
Here at the farmer's market?
Yeah.
I was not.
Were you here last Saturday? Do you guys have any records of any calls last Saturday of people calling to have people restricted from the farmer's market last Saturday?
I have no
can
idea.
Check, but I don't know. I don't recall.
No idea.
What was last Saturday? I don't remember. Were you here last Saturday?
Me? I don't answer questions like that.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah, it's a good place. Fresh fruit.
I love it. They only put
Is it like a 360 camera or
Captures everything.
like all the way around?
100%.
Up and down too?
100%.
Even down here? I'm a
Down?
little short, so.
I'm a little tall. It can get both of us.
Oh, it's getting both of us right now?
Yes.
It should make security cameras like that.
That's why I'm urging you to be very, very careful right now.
Everything's being recorded, man.
I know, but
You're
your body,
recording, I'm
well, your
recording,
body
we're all
cameras you cut off, and you don't release them to the public, and you violate public records. I've got a public records request in for months, and you guys don't answer them.
That's up to public records.
What's that?
That's up to public records.
Yeah, we don't.
That's
Yeah,
not
that.
nothing with us.
No, that's the city attorneys that try to cover everything up.
No.
You can go back under the shade if you want. That's why I was standing there. It was nice and shady in there, and I was capturing some nice stock
Get
footage.
a good tan.
You're already tanned.
Yeah, but I want to be more tan.
Well, that's a fire.
Huh?
That's a fire.
You too, man. I might go to jail for recording, but that's okay. I've been in there before. I'll get out again. As long as you don't hotbox me or torture me in another way. Yeah, Bueno hotboxed me in a 95-degree day. Bueno put me in the back of his patrol car, rolled up all the windows, and cut off the air conditioning vents. It's all on recording. And then he said, when we get into booking, he goes, "You look a little hot, man." Because my shirt, it went from nice and dry, like this is right here, to drenched in sweat.
It's called a hot box, folks. Many cops do this throughout the nation. We've seen it done several times. And people have died because of this. If and when cops do this and someone dies, they should be charged with first-degree murder because they do it on purpose. They know people can die. I mean, there's laws against leaving dogs in hot cars. And even in 80-degree sunny weather, that car can heat up pretty quick. Maybe it's time we start documenting all these incidents and make it illegal for them to do this.
So how much constitutional training do you guys get? How many hours would you say?
We're just gonna stand in silence.
What's that? I couldn't hear you.
So we're just gonna stand in silence.
No, I'm speaking and I can ask
You
questions.
can speak. I'm not going to speak.
Why not?
We're going to figure out what's going on.
Uh-oh.
and then we're
I got a
gonna
camera. They don't like my cameras.
Smile for the camera.
The Constitution doesn't apply in Carson City.
All right, folks, you see this fool right here with the We the People shirt? This is the greatest part of the video and also the stupidest part of the video. You're not going to believe what this idiot says. Get ready, folks. You're going to love this.
I like your shirt. Could you tell the officers what the First Amendment says about freedom of the press?
I don't ever talk politics.
It ain't politics. It's just what the First Amendment says about freedom of the press.
Yeah, it does say that.
It is. That's an awesome shirt.
That's what I like. It's like, hey, it means all of us, right?
No, it doesn't. Not me. I can't record here. I'm not allowed to record and publish it.
Well, if it comes right down to it, honestly, I would support the officers. They don't have an easy job, so.
We appreciate that.
You support them violating the
Have a good
Constitution.
day.
I don't support anybody violating the Constitution, but I support them keeping me safe enough to walk through here.
There you go. Shouldn't I be able to walk through there too with a camera? So what was it? 2 weeks ago, another person that was in a farmer's market got trespassed.
Good, how are you? Good.
Except this person was a female and she was out there talking to people. And you know what happened the next week? It all got reversed. So here's the case law. Perez, I can't read it, Morgli versus Las Vegas Police Department. This Nevada case clarified that First Amendment activities in public forums are protected against trespass charges unless the individual is engaging in unlawful conduct. What unlawful conduct did you see me committing? I'm just giving you case law questions. What unlawful conduct based on that case law did you see me committing in this public forum?
It's up to the lady.
No, not according to the Nevada Supreme Court. That's what I'm reading right now. Okay, Reed versus Lawrence, 863 F3D 1196, 9th Circuit from 2017. So this case law is 8 years old. The 9th Circuit, which includes Nevada, ruled that a public park remains a public forum even during permitted events, and restrictions on speech must be reasonable and content neutral. So where was I? Where is this content neutral? Why am I restricted from simply recording? So that's some more. There's two pieces of case law for you. ACLU versus Alvarez, 679 F3D 583, 7th Circuit. So it's not quite the 9th Circuit, but more case law. This case upheld the right to record in public spaces, particularly when documenting public officials or events as a First Amendment activity.
This right here is America's biggest problem, folks. Feelings enforcement rather than law enforcement. This is extremely dangerous for this country. And this cop's qualified immunity no longer exists because he's been read the law. And if he decides to arrest this guy, there's no umbrella of protection there. I mean, I'm sure they'll find a way to give this guy a slap on the wrist or even a tap on the buttocks. It's okay, partner. It's okay. You did no wrong. Even if we have to pay out this lawsuit, you're just doing your job.
We all know that I publish. So I'm documenting a public event at a public market in a public park. What did I do wrong for you guys to interrupt my day and bother me? And now I'm unlawfully detained, violating my Fourth Amendment right. Cohen versus California, 403 U.S. 15 from 1971. This is a Supreme Court ruling. Emphasize that public spaces like parks, we're in a park, are quintessential forums of free speech, and restrictions must be narrowly tailored. You see the case law where we've got a problem? And then there's Fordyce versus Seattle, there's Glick versus Cuniff, there's a whole bunch of case law. I'm simply recording in a public space, in a public park, in a public forum, and you're restricting me and my constitutional rights. Don't record in public, man.
You can do it all day.
No, you can't, not in Carson City. Do not record in public or Carson City Sheriff will try to stop you. It's a public park, a public forum. You cannot record here or the Carson City Sheriff will trespass you, cite you, and drag you into court, if not their jail.
Private event.
Not a private event. Public park.
That we're paying for the use of this
You
facility.
can pay for the use because you can regulate commerce. You don't get to regulate the Constitution.
There's a ton of park out there though, my friend. There's a ton of
This is where the public
Hey, Drew,
are.
let's
don't wanna
just
be
keep this
filmed.
between us.
No, I don't want to keep it between us. I want to exercise my right, the First Amendment and free speech.
Okay, so you're disrupting their business.
No, I'm not. It's a public forum and a public park.
Whoa. According to this cop, anybody could speak except for him. Everyone else can record, but this guy can't. Because somebody called on you, that automatically means you're guilty in the eyes of this cop. You see the problems here, folks? Uh-oh, here comes a supervisor. Get ready.
So you don't get to restrict my speech. That's all this is about, free speech. Gomez, would you like some case law?
Rebar.
Yes, sir.
Please stop mispronouncing my name. It's Gomes, okay? I don't want to be educated. What I want to inform you is you're no longer detained. You're not breaking the law. Have a nice day.
So can I continue to record in the...
What we just witnessed was not merely a misunderstanding, but a grave legal misreference. The officers confused event rules with state law. Under the U.S. Constitution, an officer cannot use coercive power to demand ID without reasonable suspicion of a specific crime. Forcing a citizen who is exercising their First Amendment rights is a blatant violation of individual liberties protected by the Fourth Amendment. To frame this issue, remember the words of leading civil rights attorneys. Liberty is not protected by promises, it is protected by your own knowledge and courage. We stand here not to be confrontational, but to ensure that no one, regardless of uniform or badge, stands above the Constitution. Never back down when you know you are right.